in the way that I say. So, guess what, y'all? I went to the... It goes back there because it goes to that. I gotta bring my... Gonna have to bring my... Turn everything around, basically. Turn around. Every time I see you, I just wanna take... Alright. Shit. Talking shit. I didn't even say anything. Okay. Notebook. Alright, so this is for that. So put that over here. And this should go behind here. So I'm bending like so. Yeah, that's better. And these will go out of the way. These gotta go back in the bag for real. Are you ready? Oh. So my next guest, right? I'm going to the studio on the 12th so that I can interview my producer, one of my producers for my music, but we're working on a project together for my CD. It's like a CD videography. It's just going to be a story with music behind it. So it's going to be like a hip opera or a classical type of musical, but it's going to be based off of hip hop and a little bit of R&B. And it's telling the story of two love-struck people that have to overcome diversity. And the thing is, can they really overcome diversity? So that's what it's about. And yeah, stay tuned to that. So I'm just testing to see how everything's working, if everything should be in its proper place, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just setting up my studio. I have class in an hour and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna run that time frame. And I just want to see if everything is working how I need it to be working. Then we're gonna set this desk up so I can be in tune and give you the best, the very best of me. Best of me. So yeah, this is one of my projects that I do. So I'm putting the headphones on because I'm not recording anything right now, but I just want to see how it feels. And I know I might have to get another chair because this chair is for like doing nails. It's for doing nails. Okay. I know some people are like, oh, you dress like a grandma. Yep. I'm a classy hoe. Not a trashy hoe. You know, it's the difference. I'm more of an escort than a streetwalker. So I dress the part. Heidi Fleiss will be very proud of me. I'm just joking. So I'm just checking out the lighting, how much shadow I have in the background, because I will eventually have something in the background because I'm playing with the CG. This is going to be my podcast. Plus, it's going to be my lifestyle. And then I'm going to broadcast to here what I do outside of the podcast. You know, I am a writer. I am an engineer. I am in school for cybersecurity. Well, it's just a little class I'm going to take so I can get a certificate for it, certification for it, so I can, you know, get a job so I can be at home. You're going to see my child, or, you know, little bits and pieces of her. You're not going to see everything about her. But, and you'll see the things that I do. Like, I got some clips for you for what I did over the weekend. And I think it's going to be really great because I want to go see the Queen Bee. That is something I've been holding off for a long time. I had the tickets since May or maybe even April. I had the tickets. So I'm just super excited to show you what I've recorded there. She did a phenomenal job, you know, just performing. She's the best. And I really am a critic when it comes to music. I don't like a lot of the new school music. It's not the fact that I don't like the beats or anything, because the beats are what catches you always, you know, get you on the hook. But it's just the messages are like redundant and everyone looks the same to me. There's no difference. It's like a clone. Like, okay, baby hair with color, no color. This is what I'm rapping about, and that's it. It's understandable. I grew up in an era where we rapped about vaginas and penises and things like that. I even have songs about it. But at the same time, it's just one song. All my songs are not going to be based on that. So I am diverse when it comes to that. That's why I think I'm more of a critic. But at the same time, it is what it is. I prefer the 80s and 90s, early 2000 music. I also prefer the 50s, 60s, and 70s music, because you get a lot of inspiration from that when they use a lot of live drums, a lot of live instruments that you really don't hear anymore. Most things are composed on MPCs. So that's the only reason why I feel like it's more of a genuine sound from the old school music. Not saying that these newer rappers and newer hip hop artists can't go out the box. I just think they feel like they can't, or they'll lose their fan base. But if you are an artist, you shouldn't be afraid to express yourself in any way that you want to. I'm going to express myself no matter what. You're going to have people that's going to like it. You got people that's not going to like it. So what? That's what it is. You just do the music and the art, whatever your art form is, for the people who's going to enjoy the music, because this is what you want to do. So it does not matter if somebody doesn't like your music. Somebody is going to like your music. Just be authentic to yourself. Fuck everybody else. For real. For real. That's just it. I don't give a fuck if somebody never likes anything I do. I like it. I'm not going to appease you. Somebody's going to like it. There's 8 billion people on the planet, plus counting. Somebody's going to like your stuff. You know, it's a lot of garbage shit out there. Somebody likes it. It has 1.5 stars. So somebody likes it. So just always keep that in mind. I was listening to fivio Foreign. You know, I will butcher her name. But he was on Drink Champs during the Rolling Loud concert, and he was talking about that, how people put hip-hop artists in boxes, and basically this is where you are. This is the only music we're going to accept from you. And you can tell that he's trying to grow and advance his sound. But I think he's just afraid to do it because he'll lose the fan base. I feel like if you don't buy a whole bunch of cars and a whole bunch of jewelry and, you know, spend your money on frivolous things that don't really matter, and you spend your money on things that will keep growing, then it doesn't matter what you put out, because you don't need the money from record sales or from touring, because you have that money saved up, so you can play what you want. So if it's an album or whatever comes out and it may what they consider flop, where if you're used to doing like 1 million sales in a month or 2 months, and then you're at 500,000 and it's going on 3 months, you still sold 500,000 copies or units or something. However, it's not the money that you were going to get if you would have sold that 1 million in a month or a week or whatever the case may be. But you're straight still, because you have money, because you didn't buy stupid things like a whole bunch of jewelry. You know, and they say, oh, resale value. You can tell yourself that all day. We know the truth about the jewelry game. We know the truth about the card game. We know the truth about all these type of games. Get you a nice house. Get you a couple of pieces of jewelry. Get you about 2 cars. One for you to travel in your leisure. One for business. And that's it. Don't be dumb. Now you can make all the music you want, all the art you want. And it doesn't matter if somebody likes it or not. That's all you need. And then you stack your money up. You invest your money. You diversify your money. That's all you need to do. But, you know, telling people this and they're coming from the streets. I'm not saying fivio Foreign. I'm not sure where I don't know his background. But at the same time, I'm just going by what he was saying about his interview. So that's just it. I also like the interview that the City Girls did with Drink Champs. I feel like, to me, it's I like some of their music. You know, I'm a girl. I like to twerk from time to time. I like the strip clubs. I'm not a prude. I may dress like a grandmother or a sophisticated woman, but I still like to get down with the get down when it's time to get down. But at the same time, it's a time and a place for everything. I like how Young Miami articulates herself. She's true to form. Maybe that's the Aquarius in her. I'm Aquarius as well. And she's like, whatever, I'm unapologetically black. I'm unapologetically, this is me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that she may not pronunciate the word correctly or whatever. You still understand the word. And it may, or she might pronounce the word correctly. It's just she has what is it called? An accent. And so, what type of accent are you supposed to have? Is everyone supposed to sound like a robot? Or sound like some type of anchor person? Like, where's your personality behind your words? A lot of people have lost the personality aspect behind their words because they have to so-called fit in a box to appease a person or to seek validation, I guess, from a group of people. I don't give a fuck. If you understand what I'm saying, that's what it is. So I appreciate the fact that she has a talk show or podcast, and Puff Daddy, P. Diddy helps her. I'm from old school, so Puff Daddy is always gonna be Puff. So that always, speaks highly of her, and he sees potential in her, and that's why he, decided to invest in her, and the same thing with JT. She may not be the most articulate. She may not be the most boisterous. Doesn't matter. She still is a great artist. She still puts herself out there, and she's an encourager. I know there's a lot of stress. You could see the insecurities in her. But she shouldn't be afraid. And then, you talk big shit, back that shit up. Don't be afraid of these interviewers when they try to bully you, or you take over that conversation. You take over the conversation because they're there to interview you. Right? So, I just feel that way. Don't have the insecurities. And that sometimes, you might speak well when you're around other people. And it doesn't hurt to, even if you feel like when you go to an interview that, or during the interview, you don't articulate yourself well, you might not have a vast vocabulary. No one's walking around here with fucking thesauruses or dictionaries around them. You from the hood, you grinding. So, we're not expecting rappers to be college educated. I mean, majority are. So, J. Cole, a little Yachty, just to name a few, are educated, college educated. So, doesn't mean that you have to be, but I'm just saying, Jay-Z's not, he's street educated, and I'm pretty sure picked up books along the way. So that's the, that's the inspiration, or that's the influencer or the role model right there, because you don't have to do what he did back in the 80s and the 90s, but you can also look at the things that he's done now and then pick up on it. Like he tells you right now, he was in I'm not gonna say slow class, but he was in a learning disability class when he was growing up, And I'm not saying nothing bad about that, because they put you in that if you are rebellious, or if you read faster, or you get bored, they put you in that to label you. So we already know that he's not unintelligent. We already know that part about him. So you just got to look at the things that, he's super intelligent. And so you don't have to fit into the mold of the, of this society, because we already know it's already rigged. So, yeah. So, City Girls, keep doing your thing. Carisha, good luck on your podcast, and congratulations on your podcast. I know it's been going on like 2 years now since you had it, or something like that. I've been watching some of your interviews when you did China, when you did the interview with Black China or Angela White, and you had a few people out there, Meg, the Stallion, and Puff Daddy was your first, guest. So I feel you, and I feel that you could be what this new generation is needing. You ask pivotal questions sometimes, and sometimes you just stick to the music. But it's just being fun, you know. So just keep doing you as well, JT. You know, keep coming up with new original stuff, and you know, y'all good to go. There's basically only two that I really seen. It was only like a 30-minute clip. It was one guy, I think Carti something. I don't know, you know, most of the new rappers' names, but he was talking about weed and how the weed has changed from the times that it used to be, and like Granddaddy Perp and Sour Diesel and stuff like that. And then compared to how the new weed is and how it's smoked compared to how people used to smoke reefer. So, you know, new generation, different stuff, still the same thing, still mind altering, you know, chemical. Just, you know, be careful because sometimes, you know, they spray roach spray and that shit. So you just got to be careful of what you're smoking. Playboy Carti, I think that's his name. And yeah, so just be mindful of that. Because they're you know, they're putting chemicals in the weed to do other things with it, to, you know, make you mind altered. Because these people acting crazy. Weed used to just be a chill thing. You smoke that, you chill. You don't go out there trying to shoot up the whole club. You don't do that on weed. So what's this new weed they got that's making you want to be violent? That's not what weed was about. It never has been. So if somebody's on that shit and they starting to act like that, you got to really question what that weed was about and what's in that weed. But it is what it is, right? So yeah, this is just my little segment on my podcast. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling. Really, I'm just trying to check to see if my camera is working in a good light or good position. But this is part of the progress. You know, I'm changing the light and learning new things. I got an acting class in an hour now. I'm pretty sure an hour is at 7:00. And I'm just learning, you know, because I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be on the TV screen. You know, I'm gonna be a multimillionaire. I'm gonna meet the celebrities that I care about. You know, I don't care if the public ever knows who I am as far as being a out there artist or actress. You know, but you'll see my name under director, creator. You know, there's a lot of people who don't to this day, because, you know, it's a new school that don't know who Steven Spielberg is. You know, George Lucas. They may watch his movies, but they don't. If they walk past them, will they know who they are? So I kind of want to be in that, you know, that category where I make all the money, the millions of dollars, but I don't have to be famous towards the public. Like, I want celebrities to know who I am. Like, yeah, that's Lauren. You know, that's Mocha, and she does that. You know, she creates good music. She creates good movies and scripts and television. And, you know, I like how she is different when it comes to it. Oh, it ain't not even different. I'm pretty sure people have my same type of style. But, you know, everyone thinks they're unique. And you should think that. You should think that yours is good. I'm not saying mine is better than anyone else's. It's just me. And my lane is going to bring in my money. So that's basically what it is. So, and those are my dreams that I manifest every night, that I'm going to have 4 houses, 3 cars, you know, $10 million in the bank, you know, just able to go anywhere in the world, and which I already done, but go anywhere not for work purposes, but go everywhere that I've already been, which I did have a good time, and I had time off, and I was able to be 2, 3, 4, 5 days off. So it wasn't like I was just straight working and not enjoying Dubai or Italy or Africa or Greece or Japan or Guam. You know, I've been to all these places, and I had freedom to go explore those countries, and I did it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to do it where I'm not held by regulations and policies because of who I worked for at the time. I want to be able to go shoot on location. So if I make a movie, and like a Jurassic Park type of movie or something like that, or horror film, and it's going to be filmed in New Zealand or Austria or wherever, I'm just chilling. I'm doing my time through my 3 weeks or a month to film the movie or television show or whatever it is, and then I'm chilling for like a month, and then I come back to the States, because my home is always gonna be United States of America, regardless of the fact how crazy it is. This is always gonna be my home, but I will always have places outside of here too that I'm gonna chill and relax, and when I need to go relax, I'm gonna go, but chill on the Caribbean, all that stuff. That stuff is all still in play. And this is going to be the opportunity to do it alongside of my side hustles. Until I make it, until that check comes where I don't have to sit there and work for somebody again, this is what I'm going to do. And that's it. So, thank you for listening to my podcast. I'm just seeing if this is a good angle, good lighting, what I got to do for the shadowing. And I'll see you on my next one. Peace.